Everything on this lesson can be done on either a low G or a high G, and I'll demonstrate what we're going to learn on both instruments. And the only difference for you newbies is when you buy a ukulele, it usually comes with a high string in the top. It's called reentrant tuning. And then now more and more people who do classic rock, blues, and all that stuff, and jazz, they like the low G sound because it gives you 5 more notes. So, that being said, this is what we're going to learn. Now, if you've ever gone to a blues gig, you've probably heard that lick. And a lot of artists use it in a lot of different songs. It was originally used in a song by Muddy Waters called the Mannish Boy. And he just plays that lick the whole entire song. You can play the whole song just doing that thing over and over. And he tells a story underneath that and does little fills. So on the high G, that will sound like this. And when we have the low G, we have a little more bottom end. And that comes in really handy when we're doing licks around this. So let's break down what I did there. You're going to start by playing an A chord. And you're going to use the back of your 3 or 2 fingernails to just chop down onto the top 3 strings. So just aim for the top 2. And you'll be perfect. So that's an A chord, and we're just popping the back of our fingernails down. Boom. Now we're going to do that same stroke with the 2 back of our nails, and we're going to push down on the D chord, and we're going to aim for the 2 middle strings. And it's okay if you're a little sloppy, because blues is a little sloppy. You can hit that end string, just flatten down into a D shape. And then here's the only tricky part. We're gonna play the open strings next, and we're gonna hit them and hit the top 3 open strings. We don't care about the end string at all for this lick. The string closest to your toes, the A string, the number 1 string. Don't care about it. But when we hit that open 3 top strings, we want to hammer immediately onto the C sharp note like this. Hear that sound? Now a hammer is when the strings start to vibrate and your hand comes down super quick, so you're playing 2 notes and only striking it once. So if I just did it on 1 string, it would be, that's the sound. Get the string vibrating and then hammer down with your finger. So that's our hammer technique. And then we're going to go back and play an A chord and then do a couple of chucks. So let's go from the beginning really slow again, just to make sure you get this. Start with the A chord. Down with your 2 fingers. Then 2 middle fingers. Collapse your finger down into a D shape. And then you're going to lift up your hand and hammer at the same time you strike down. So your finger comes up, hammer and strike. And then you're going to hit the A and chuck, chuck. That's not that hard. That's pretty easy. So here we go. So when I do that chuck, what I'm doing is I'm going 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So that's basically the lick, the Mannish lick. And you can add little solos and lead things into that. And we'll be getting into that later on, like this. The Mannish lick. Practice it. You can do an entire song, and you've heard it quite a bit. I'm bad to the bone, bad to the bone. I'm a man, oh I'm a man. Boom, 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 boom. Just go have fun with it. Everybody plays it. Put it in your ukulele toolkit, and now it's part of your blues repertoire. You could do a whole song for an hour at a gig, just doing that over and over and telling a story underneath it. Play on.
Because done is better than perfect.